cheapest to the most expensive Hot Wheels tracks, with each one getting bigger and more expensive. Then at the end, I'm going to connect them all together to make one giant expensive track. 3, 2, 1, go. Let's begin with the cheapest Hot Wheels track I could find, and it's this tiny launcher that I bought for $1. And I can see why it only costs $1, because the launcher is basically just a rubber band. The next cheap Hot Wheels track is $10, and when you build it, you get this burger drive-thru track, and the track is actually inside the burger. It comes with this pink car, there's a little tunnel in the back, and in the front there's a menu. But now to test the track, the car goes inside the burger. Then you twist this burger sign, and it lifts the car to the top, and it gets cooked up on the way. Then there's a ketchup bottle at the top that stops the car before the ramp. Next, you just turn the ketchup, and the car drops down the ramp. Nice. This next Hot Wheels track costs $20, and it's this hospital-themed track that's getting attacked by a giant bat. And here's the rescue helicopter that we're going to use to escape. It comes with this emergency unit truck. First, you enter the back of the hospital, which has an elevator that takes the car to the top. Then the car goes down this ramp and lands inside the helicopter. But don't celebrate just yet, because we didn't escape, and the bat is right there. Next, all you do is press this button, and the car should escape. Wait a second, that was actually crazy. The helicopter just went upside down and launched the car forward to escape the bat. This truck is really built different. Up next, I bought a Hot Wheels track that cost $30, and after building it, it's a giant T-Rex track that's themed like a fire station. There's a fire extinguisher launcher, a spiral track that goes through the dinosaur's mouth and ends at the fire station. And when the car hits this lever up top, the dinosaur's eyes spin. And apparently, there's 3 different paths you can take. It comes with this red car, so let's see what happens on the first run. 3, 2, 1, go. Nice, it looks like we escaped. But now let's see what happens on the second path. It looks like the car got eaten by the dinosaur. Now let's try the third path and see if we can defeat the dinosaur. 3, 2, 1, go. This one goes straight through the fire station and knocks down the dinosaur. Let's go! This next Hot Wheels track costs $40, and it's this giant spiral tower track. There's 5 levels, and there's multiple parking spots for your other cars. It comes with this red car, so now it's loaded on the elevator that takes it all the way to the top. And now let's send it down. But we're not done yet, because this track actually has a special feature. The tower splits in half, transforming into 2 separate racetracks. So now let's race this yellow car versus this red car, and now both cars ride up the elevator to get to the starting line. 3, 2, 1, go. Comment who you think is gonna win. It's gonna be a close one. And the red car takes the W. Up next, I bought this $50 Hot Wheels track, and on this track you can actually add multiple cars. It starts with an electronic booster where you can park 4 cars. Then it launches the car up a ramp and straight into this massive loop. Then the car has to clear 3 more jumps before finishing the course. And right here is a major crash zone. But first, let's see how the track works with just 1 car. Up the ramp, into the loop, clears the first jump, wraps around, clears another jump, wraps around again, and nails the last jump. Nice. Then the booster keeps the car going and repeats the course until there's a crash. So now let's add the second car and see if it crashes. Yes, we got a crash. But now I want to put this track to the real test and see how many cars can drive on it at once before they crash. Starting with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was a massive crash. I hope they have car insurance. Next, I bought this $100 Hot Wheels track. It includes 10 cars, and it actually comes with 3 extra mini sets. But first, let's start with the main track, which is this auto lift expressway. There's 2 roadblocks and 3 different routes you can take. But the coolest part is the motorized elevator that lifts the car all the way to the top. So let's add 1 car to the elevator and test out the first route, which sends the car down a spiral and into a roadblock. Then it wraps around the back into the elevators. The second route is on the other side, and it sends the car straight into a 180-degree turn and into another roadblock. To access the third route, you flip this, then the car goes down this blue track instead. But now let's see what happens if you remove the roadblocks and add 2 cars at the same time. Both tracks cross right here, so there's a chance they might crash. Ooh, that was a close one. Then the elevators lift them back up, so let's try again. They crashed. Alright, now let's add a few more cars. The elevators are still working, but now the cars are getting stuck in a traffic jam. So let's connect the other sets so some of the cars can escape the traffic. First up is the mechanic shop, and it even has a working car lift to fix your car. Next is the gas station, and it actually explodes when you drive through it. And finally, we have the turbo car wash. Send a car in, wash it, dry it, then send it straight into traffic. And now we have a full Hot Wheels city running. Cars everywhere, traffic everywhere, and we're just getting started because every track after this just gets bigger and crazier. The next Hot Wheels track costs $125. It took me 30 minutes to build. It's 4 feet long, and it's the ultimate octopus car wash. It comes with 3 special color changing cars, which changes color when they get wet. There's also multiple parking spots for your other cars, and there's even a cop hiding here giving out speeding tickets. Oh, I think he's got one. Next, we fill the car wash tub with warm water and the octopus tub with cold water. Now let's test it with this red car. First, the car rides up this elevator, then it drops down this ramp and straight into the car wash. Then you press this to wash the car and reveal its true color. Next, into the drying station, where you can slide it back and forth. Then you slide the car forward into this giant loop. Next, you press the octopus's arm to launch the car through the loop and straight into the octopus tank. Then press the octopus's arm to spray icy water onto the car and reveal its second color. That was satisfying. Then turn this knob and the car races down the spiral track to finish the course.
Yes, sir.
Now this car is looking super clean, but the best part of this set is that it comes with 2 other color changing cars. So let's do a speed round of car washes and see what colors we get. ASMR. Looks like we got purple. And purple. Let's send them down. Uh-oh. Looks like we got a car crash. This cop is literally ticket maxing. The next Hot Wheels track costs $150, and it's this massive super 6-lane raceway. It's an 8-foot long downhill track that has 6 racing lanes, and it even comes with 6 cars so we can fill every lane. So the way it works is pretty simple. First we load 1 car into each lane, then pull this lever to release all 6 cars at the exact same time, and they race all the way down the track, starting with the first race. 3, 2, 1, go. The green car won, and red is out. Now race 2. The black car lost. Now race 3. The green car won again, and the white car is out. Race 4. The purple car came in last, and now for the final race, we got this green car versus this brown car. Let's see who's the fastest. 3, 2, 1, go. Who's gonna take the win? It's a close one. And the green car takes the W. Yeah, this car just doesn't lose. Next, let's unbox one of the biggest and most expensive Hot Wheels tracks. But first, check out my knife. Isn't it fire? I paid over $300 for this track, and it's this giant Hot Wheels Super Ultimate Garage. This track has 5 different levels, a working electric elevator, an attacking gorilla, a manual elevator, a car washing station, an airplane, and a giant 2-lane racing spiral track. And apparently there's over 100 parking spots for all your cars. So let's load them up with all my Hot Wheels and see if that's true. Wow, it actually holds over 100 Hot Wheels. This set comes with these 4 cars, and now let's check out each level of the garage, starting with the bottom. First, you flip this switch to turn on the elevator, and to get off, you turn this knob, and it releases the car to the ground level. Nice. So on the ground level, there's a lot of parking spots, a restaurant, a gas station, and this roundabout road here, which is perfect for drifting. But now let's take the elevator to the next level, which has a bunch of parking spots. Oh look, there's 1 parking spot left. Huh? Now let's move on to the second level, which is just for more parking. And the third level, which is even more parking. But now let's check out this 4th level, which is this car washing station that has these hanging brushes, a conveyor belt, some sponge foams, and blow dryers. First you drive through the hanging brushes and land on the conveyor track, then spin it through the entire car wash. And there's actually 8 parking spots in the car washing station, so let's load it with 8 cars and see if it can wash them all at the same time. You can also exit this floor by driving down this giant spiral track. Nice. But now let's check out the final and highest floor of the garage. This is where all the Lamborghinis and expensive cars are parked, and you have to be super rich to get access to this floor. Wait a second, how did you get in here? And there's even a private plane parked in the middle. You can also open up the plane and load in some supercars and take them for a flight around the world. But vacation time is over because now it's time for these 2 cars to race down the top of this massive spiral track. Comment who you think is gonna win, this Bugatti or this Ferrari. 3, 2, 1, go. It's gonna be a close one. And the Bugatti takes the W. The Ferrari crashes. And the Bugatti actually just drove straight back into the elevator. So that gave me an idea. Let's try loading as many Hot Wheels as possible onto the elevator at once, send them to the top, and then have them all race down at the same time and see what happens. Either they're gonna wait in line for the elevator, or there's gonna be a crazy crash. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Yep, they crashed. I hope they have car insurance. But now it's time for the final test, and I'm going to connect as many tracks possible to make the most expensive Hot Wheels course. It starts with the Super Ultimate Garage, then launches into this giant loop and jump track, then drives into the Auto Lift Expressway, and it finishes with a jump onto the Super 6-lane raceway. I don't even know if this is possible. So let's send the car up the elevator. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. launches down the garage, goes through the spiral track, lands a jump, hits a booster, launches into a big loop, lands a jump, another jump, and another one, rides the elevator on the Autolift Expressway, speeds forward into a jump, and lands onto the super 6-lane raceway and crosses the finish line. Let's go! This car just gained so much aura. Subscribe for more Hot Wheel videos, comment below your favorite track. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.